Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to our conference stage from the Bolivar R1 School District, the President of the Missouri School Boards Association, Mona Coleman.
Good afternoon. So glad you could be with us this afternoon and giving me the opportunity to showcase this wonderful choir. Let's give them another round of applause. Thank you, Mrs. McClue, Ms. Cole, and Mrs. McClard, and all the parents who are a part of helping get them all up here. Thank you very much. You know, did you see all the precious faces and hear all those sweet voices? I have to tell you, I am so proud of those young singers today and equally impressed with the potential that they each one possess. For every child that was in that choir, there are many different individualized life stories that make each child unique. In fact, every child has their own story. Stop and think about it. Think about the stories you've heard or experienced about a child in your school, a child whose life was changed, influenced, or possibly even saved because of a teacher, an aide, a coach, someone in your school who took the time to reach out and touch their young life. Think about that child whose life was made better because of that connection through their public schools. And while you think about your stories, I have a story I'd like to share with you. It's a once upon a time story. Not so long ago, traveling on the big map of life, there was a small child who was lost, not in the forest on the way to grandmother's, not even separated from her parents at the mall. No, this child was lost only because the family had gone away. Maybe not physically, but surely emotionally and psychologically. Oh, there was a house, but it was no home. The people inside had changed. The parents had forgotten their parenting, and the safety, security, and love and guidance that a child so desperately needed had vanished. Jealousy, cruelty, manipulation, and dysfunction now resided there. No matter how hard the child tried to be good and do well, the house never became a home again. No matter how hard the child tried to be good and do well, it just didn't happen. This child was rarely noticed, and certainly no one there recognized nor encouraged this child's search for the right path. But that was not true at the child's public school. There was the cheerful cafeteria lady with her pleasant words and a loving smile that noticed every day as she handed the lunch tray to the child. Her kindness seemed to assure the child all would be well. There was the odd-looking but always friendly bus driver who took note of the child's readiness to board the bus each morning and the reluctance to step off every afternoon. And how many, many times he sent with the child his reassuring words of, "You take care, I will be here for you in the morning." He noticed. This child did not possess the stereotypical look of a child in need. Coming from a simple middle-class family, there was plenty of food to eat and plenty of clothes to wear. Yet these school individuals saw the need beyond the normal look. Noticed, supported, and encouraged by deeply caring teachers who were driven by a personal commitment to help beyond teaching, the child flourished. Confidence and can-do attitude were instilled. Words of value and appreciation inspired the child to achieve. And actions of these teachers punctuated their words, from offering a safe place to live, a dress to wear as homecoming queen, a job to work at after school, to even serving as family, listening to the young woman deliver a commencement speech when no other relatives were there at her high school graduation. This child's school became her home. It was there that she was not threatened or intimidated, but encouraged and appreciated. Her teachers challenged her to work hard, they praised her work, and made her accountable. She learned early on in school that as long as she tried, teachers would not give up on her. Without that, she may have given up on herself. They stepped up and they changed her life. They empowered her to use her talents and take risks. Because these people in her school believed in her so strongly, she started to believe in herself. This child that was lost found her new home, her new family at her public school. Now, that's not the end of the story. That could belong to countless other young women or men, but this story belongs to me. I was that child. Because I was that child that was lost, and I thank God, and believe me, I do thank Him, my teachers, my public schools helped me find a way. I'm driven to do the same for our students. I am who I am today because my public school cared. As school board members, you define the culture at your schools. You set the example of what a caring, encouraging, excellent school should be. You are the voices in your community for your children, and especially for the children whose parents aren't there for them. The teachers, administrators, staff members, and school board members who instilled the culture of kids first in my public schools were my heroes in my young life, who intentionally reached out and touched my life to make my world a better place, to help make me a better person. So when you experience those moments of doubts, when you wonder if your sacrifice, the time away from your family, work, and home, is really worth it, is really worth the sacrifice, or whether you're making a difference or not, remember my story and know you are making a difference. You may never know the rewards of your service, but never doubt its power and its impact. I encourage you to keep serving, do what you can do through your school board service. You can make the world a better place. I know because it did for me. In her song, Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand, Diana Ross sings about making the world a better place, if you can. The words of the song we're about to hear tell us to take a little time out of your busy day to give encouragement, share a problem that's not your own, to remember His shoes could fit our feet, and we can change things if we start giving. My school, my teachers, reached out and took my hand. They took time for me. They shared my problems and gave so much to me that my life was changed. Let's reach out and touch our students' hands and make the world a better place, not just if we can, but because we can. I've used this quote before from Margaret Mead, but I'd like to encourage you with it again as you return to your schools and your communities. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. You are that thoughtful, committed group of citizens. Go change the world. Thank you.